Ladies and gentlemen, apparently it's June 16th, 2:23 p.m. at the Right Anything Agency. We're back into the world of Apollo Justice. And it's kind of funny, because my first exposure to Apollo Justice was when my Phoenix Wright fandom was in its absolute peak. And right when I was the biggest Phoenix Wright fan, the trailer drops, boom, for Gakuten Saiban 4, like the very first original Japanese introduction. So, people were translating it right away, and even though I look at Apollo straight in the face and I know his name is Apollo, the first thing I see Todoroki Hosuke. And that was the name I knew him by for a long time until they finally came out with the translated version of it. Either Flare, James, and Solaris. You have a feeling poor Apollo will never live down having to use using underwear as evidence down. Well, it's better than what Phoenix won't be able to live down. By the way, I already opened my Pokemon pack. I got 2 Finians! I've got like 20 commons in this set in the Space-Time Smackdown that I have not pulled yet, and they give me 2 Finians! Anyway, last time our client, Waki Kataki, I just realized that's based off of walkie-talkie, was accused of murder, and we proved that the one witness who was there is unreliable. So we actually have no proof that Waki Kataki did the murder in the park with the pistol. I need to talk to that Colonel Mustard character. So, now we are in day 2, at least the investigation portion of day 2. So, I'm going to stop yapping. What a train wreck that was. If you happen to be following this playlist all the way down, then you would know exactly what he's talking about. I'm glad we made it out of that trial alive. Really? I had fun! And Waki made it through the day, too. Everyone was too obsessed with panties to bother with the real case. Can you imagine this being your first ever Ace Attorney video, and you have no idea about anything that happened in the previous episode, and Apollo's just talking about everyone being too obsessed with panties? No context, just... this was a bad court case, and everyone was obsessed with panties. Good luck, everybody else. But it was good publicity. Oh, imagine the crowd at my show tonight. You should come, Polly. Yeah. The amazing Mr. Hat will be making an appearance. Hi, folks. I'll be here all week. That's about enough of him. Hello? Miss Tiala. Thank you for today. The trial went well. You seem to be kind of disappointed that the trial went well. You sure you're not trying to put your future husband up to get a little bit of that mobster moolah? I'm watching you, Miss Tiala. Do you think Waki will be okay? Well, he's not guilty. Yet. Please, you have to help him. We're supposed to get married next month. Oh, congratulations. Way to put the pressure on a guy. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Alright, what do you want to talk about? Well, let's talk about the marriage first. Are you sure about marrying into the Kitaki family? You know, they're not exactly the squeaky cleanest of people. I'm fine with it, and I love Waki with all my heart. Aw, that's so sweet. So it doesn't bother you that you'll be, married to the mob? I don't think so. My parents are against it, of course. Say, where did you and Waki first meet, anyway? Good question. Miss Tiala doesn't look like the type to have gangster connections. Oh, we met at my old job, actually. Office romance. She's not very forthcoming with information about herself, is she? Oh, sussy! Talk about the Kitakis. Did you know that the boss is trying to get out of the business? Really? Mr. Kitaki wants to quit being a gangster? He's trying to transfer his assets into a normal company. He only announced it recently, out of the blue. I hear there's quite a lot of confusion in the ranks. Huh. Wonder if this explains the apron. I can't imagine Waki going along with that. Haha, he is highly motivated, isn't he? That's not the word I would have used. He said, I'll be the next big boss and keep the family alive. I think he's at that age when boys want to make a mark on the world. That's not the way I would have put it. Boy, Apollo really wants to put things in a lot of different ways, doesn't he? His father moves in a lot of circles. He's really focused on profits. The Kitaki family has been making a killing recently. Amatandras! But Waki says it's not about the money. They have a gangster tradition to uphold. Ooh, a generation gap. They've even got the ever-classic, what about the family business thing going on. Usually it's the father worried about the tradition. Well, you learn about Waki's operation. You know anything about that? I understand he was operated on by the victim, Dr. Maractus. Apparently, yes. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my ops, something bad. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in and get another doctor to patch me up again. It has an echo because it's a flashback. I have to say that every single time. At least the first time, every single string. Yes, it sounded horrible. Waki has always been fond of fighting, I'm afraid. I'm not sure it qualifies as fighting when pistols are involved. Try saying that, well, then again. Apollo surely has played Bushido Blade. It's hardly a fight when you got the gun characters in that one. Mr. Gavin was saying his life might be in danger, wasn't he? No, that can't be right. I'm sure he was just trying to scare us. It's scary to think a surgeon might make a mistake. But it's even scarier when he tries to hide it. I'd like to know a little bit more about this operation. Maybe it's time to pay the Maractus Clinic a visit. I should be getting home now. Waki's in your hands, Mr. Justice. Right! Leave it to me! Apollo, I think you're only making her more nervous. Sorry, I'm new at this, okay? It's alright. I believe in you. Well, guess we're going to the clinic. Specifically, the Kitaki. Well, maybe we can talk to. We can stop by where Phoenix is. Actually, I have to go to El Dune's house in order to go to the Maractus Clinic. So let's go to the Hickfield Clinic. Nobody's here. Well then. Guess we're going to El Dune's house and then over to the clinic first. Yeah, nobody's here. It's kind of eerie, don't you think? When you go to a location and there's nobody there. It kind of has that and nobody arrived feeling. I can only go to the garage. Interesting. So where am I meant to go? To the, I guess to the mansion. Or to the park. The lady's still trying to get up there. Anything new? Looks like the old lady's at it again. Look, I told you yesterday the park's off limits. You know, I told you yesterday, this is how I go home. Okay, you want me to go? Okay, you want me to go around? How about give me $5 like yesterday? The con artist strikes again. Oh well. Maybe we're going to the park or some such. No, looks like I'll have to, look around. Or maybe... Usually there's just nobody anywhere. Or maybe I have to look into the clinic and actually examine it. Let's see. Right entrance to the Maractus Clinic. The walls and posts are highly polished so I can see my face in them. Wait, I hear these little flats. There. Perfect. That's the important thing about being an Ace Attorney protagonist. You gotta make sure that your hairdo is on point. Otherwise, how's anybody gonna notice you? How's anyone gonna know that you're an Ace Attorney protagonist? Do people still say on fleek? Looks like this is a banner for some campaign. 3 shots the price of 1. Somehow I don't see people lining up for that. Police car is parked in front of the Maractus Clinic. It's empty. The police must be inside investigating. Well, maybe there's something going on in the garage that can help me out here. Anything more to look at at this car here? That's where we found your panties, isn't it, Trucy? And I can't thank you enough, Apollo. Well, thank you for saying thank you. Oh, I'm always polite. It's part of being a performer. You know what Daddy says? It doesn't cost anything to be polite, and it could bring you more business. Typical. Just kidding, I really am thankful. This car belongs to someone at the Maractus Clinic, and it hit Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright sprained his ankle, and the car lost the side view mirror. This car versus Mr. Wright. Not quite the match of the century. People who have played Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 would disagree with you. Or rather, they would agree with you, and they would tell you that the car wouldn't stand a chance. Hey, a kitty cat! Here, kitty, kitty. Meow! It's not coming down. You do look kind of suspicious, you have to admit. It's okay, kitty cat. Oh, they're repeating the same dialogue from the previous day. Yeah, and Trucy gets spooked by the Skellyman. I figured since Apollo said let's go to the clinic, I thought maybe the clinic would be open, or maybe there'd be something in the garage, but I guess not. Where am I meant to go? So, we're at the right anything agency. Do I go to the detention center? Yeah, I have to talk to my client. That's where I need to go. This stream's off to a great start. I'm very well at representing the standard Ace Attorney experience. Going here, rubbing your face on everything, until you finally go to the very last option. Looks like Waki's out for questioning. I really need to talk to him. I guess we'll come back later. Excuse me. Yes? The other suspect is all through with his questioning, sir. The other... Oh, you mean the panty snatcher? Wesley Stickler. So, they arrested him too. Alright, let's have a little chat with Mr. Stickler. I hope I don't regret this. He's a valuable witness. He is a bit precious, I'll give him that. Please keep this brief if you would. I'm quite busy. They actually let him keep his book. Obviously they had to, because I was waiting until that book runs out of pages. It's not going to. Oh, it's you! Mr. Stickler, we'd like to have a few words with you. Very well, as long as they're few. Nothing would make me happier, believe me. Alright, let's just rip off this band-aid. And the night of the murder, you stole... Wait, I can't help but feel that I'm being misunderstood. How exactly? Yes, that night, I obtained a pair of panties, it's true. However, it was my burning curiosity that drove me to do it, nothing more. We just started the stream, and we're already looking straight at them. You wanted to know the trick to my panties, right? You're here too? Hmm? Oh, great, Trupsy, teach me. Eh? I must know the secret of your panties. My very existence hangs in the balance. Please, make me your apprentice. Apollo, help? I don't know. I think you'd make a great lovely assistant. Don't say that, Apollo. Alright, just tell me about what you witnessed. If she doesn't want you helping with her job, you can help me do mine. Could you relate what you saw the night of the murder to us one more time? Why not? It would hardly differ from the testimony I gave in court. The defendant was there in the park that night. Of this I am quite certain. He was pointing a pistol, or something like that, at the victim. That's when I shouted, "Stop, you two! Let's resolve this like gentlemen!" And the next moment, a shot was fired. And this is all true? Really? Notice how he didn't say the accused shot the victim. All he said was that a shot rang out. So it might not have been from the gun that he shot that night. It might have been something that the victim was carrying. Or maybe there's another gun wielded by someone else. Who knows? All the possibilities. My panties are gone. My innermost heart revealed. Your nostrils flaring. I don't like it. What further reason could I possibly have to lie? I can't think of anything he'd want to hide more than a panty snatching, true. And it sounds like Walkie was at the scene of the crime after all. Now I wish it weren't so. Alright, let's see if I can present anything. Well, how about these pantaloons? You have anything about those? Fine, ignore my evidence, see if I care. I wonder what he's thinking. On second thought, let's not go there. Alright, do you have anything to say about the noodle stand? Nothing. How about the murder weapon? Nothing. You did mistake... Yeah, okay. Nothing about the knife. How about your phone? You have anything to say about your phone? Nothing. Okay. Then I guess there's nothing more to this man. I'll just let him stay here. Let's see, where else can we go? So we have now confirmed that Walkie was there. So is anything happening? Nope, can't meet with Phoenix. How about Mr. Eldoon? You got anything for me? You do? Hey, it's Mr. Eldoon! Oh, Mr. Eldoon! What's wrong? So, you found my stand. That's why I'm here, to thank you. Ah? But now it's a crime scene, and they won't let me have it back. That's also why I'm here. I got no other place to go. I see. How can a noodle stand be a crime scene? That's what I don't get, Trucy doll. Even in death, he's after my neck, I tell you. Ugh. Can't even cook an honest noodle. He? Oh, wait. This is an interesting bit of dropped lore. Was Mr. Maractus, did he have some beef with Mr. Eldoon? Pun intended! Come at me, bro. Even in death? You don't mean the victim, Dr. Maractus? I'll tell you, it's enough to drive a man and make your soup even saltier. Remind me to never eat his noodles when he's in a bad mood. Okay. And first off, you can tell me about your noodle stand. For generations, it served up every best noodles that Alice Eldoons could make. A tradition of noodles and salty broth. It's more than a stand, it's history, I tell yous. Well, that's what you say, or it might become true. That's a great story, Mr. Eldoon. She really hit him with the cool story, bro. A single stand passed down from generation to generation. Of course, to be honest, I didn't plan on doing it. Yeah, you did mention that. About you rebelling against your pops, was it? Good memory, Chusadal. I was a go-getter back in my day. Until my friend next door butted in. In the end, I was left with nothing but this dusty old stand to earn my fortune. Mr. Eldoon, I don't mean to pry, but what exactly did you do before you became a chef? Ugh, let old noodles lie, that's what I say! I'm starting to get an idea of what he did anyway. He stole my dreams and left me with nothing but noodles! And now I don't even have that! Well, can you at least tell me about the clinic? What exactly happened between you and the Maractus Clinic? Come on, man, this could be an important story. I couldn't help but sense enmity there. Enmity? I hate him! Hatred. Him acting like he smells like roses when he's rolling in mud. Excuse me? He's the only doctor at that clinic, you know. Pretty impressive, huh? I'll tell you the secret to his success. The mob. You mean the Kataki family? They're always having one of them turf wars or whatnot. Always an injury or two that he's fixing. Maractus a chance for some business. So he started giving the Kataki family a good deal. A deal? Every fifth operation for free. He stole the idea from my pops. One free bowl of noodles a week, he used to say. Can a doctor just decide to do that? What about insurance companies? Oh, no doubt it's illegal, but it got him in good with the family. Pretty soon, he was getting all the business in town, leaving me here in the dark, up to my neck in soupy noodles. I think I figured out Mr. Eldoon's former occupation. Can't hurt to ask, Apollo. Alright, time to make a guess at it. Mr. Eldoon, or should I say, Dr. Eldoon, figured it out, did ya? That's right, I was a doctor, a surgeon until the year before last. So, Mr. Maractus was your rival? You like those onions they put in the soup broth? Yeah, kind of. You take a spoon, you drink some broth, those onions will find their way in there. Well, people who like them, why, that's just fine. Or people who hate them, hate onions, hate them. Always sneaking in from the side, getting in the way of a good tasting spoonful. Well, that's what he was, an onion. Onion boy, that's what I called him. So, you weren't exactly friends? Me and Pal Maractus. Ever since preschool, we were getting in each other's face. No matter what I did, sure enough, he'd come following along. Then he'd do it better than me. Just blow right past without so much as a howdy. I see. That's right. I was a sergeant long before he was, you know. Then that no good onion boy comes along. Well, Trucy, looks like we found ourselves a new suspect. I was thinking that right away. Because, think about it. If a gunshot rang out, who's to say the gunshot didn't ring out from inside the noodle stand? Of course, here's the thing. If the victim looked northward during the scene of the crime, then it was possible for a bullet to enter his right temple. If it came from inside the noodle stand, Don't say that. Thanks to him, Mama's forced us right in my scalpel for a ladle. Sorry, pal. I didn't mean to weigh you down with an old man's ramblings. No, it's fine. By way of apology, you ever get yourself in a spot of trouble, you drop by. Hey, excuse me? You're investigating Miraculous, ain't you? Yeah? Well, you want to know about a doctor, you ask a doctor. That's all I'm saying. You just think of me if you need something, Trucy doll. Right. Thanks, Mr. Eldoon. Well, now you just made it all the more awkward to point the old finger at him. I guess the time spent listening to him complain wasn't entirely wasted. Alright. Then I guess we're gonna look around at the mansion and everything related. She's back. Hey, you two. Over here. Us? Yo, Lil Plum, what's up? I think all this gangsterese is a negative influence on Trucy. I heard you received my bloomers. Well, I was just a man speaks clearly and takes credit where it's due. You caught the thief, didn't you? Yeah, sorry. I caught him. You're cute when you're nervous, Polly. I'll deal with you later. But enough about bloomers. What about my son, Walkie? Walkie? Well, he's, clearly. Yes, ma'am. This is why I was kind of hoping we could avoid coming back here. He's really everything you'd expect in the boss's son. I'm going to be a gangster, dude. Well, life sure does have an appeal for that age. Particularly for boys. What? Don't look at me like that. Really? Apollo being a gangster? He was shot in the turf about half a year ago. Yeah, we heard the story from Walking. But he didn't tell you the whole story. You know, even if he had a pistol then, he couldn't have shot anyone. Excuse me? He acts like he's hard, but he couldn't shoot someone to save his life. I should know. I'm his mother. Her words do have a certain weight to them. Hopefully, when this is all taken care of, he and the boss can sort out their differences. The boss? You mean Walkie's father? They didn't seem to be on the best terms, did they? Oh, we'll talk about father and son. The boss may act tough, that boy means the world to him. But Walkie seems, well, it seems like he's against his father's position. It's to be expected. We're in a bit of a transition right now. Trying to cut our ties to the shadiest side of the street and do more on the up and up. Walkie ain't too enthusiastic about the change. It's true. But why the change? Is the gangster thing just not paying the bills? Oh, it pays. But we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. Something must be up. He'll see things the way the boss sees him. Someday. Well, I guess I'll update you on the case. It's true. One of our pistols is missing. So the murder weapon was from this mansion. We kind of figured, given the difficulty of obtaining a gun these days. None of the rank and file have access. Only the boss, myself, and, Walkie could have taken it. I see. I'm sure the cops will continue tromping all over the mansion because of this case. Maybe this is a sign that it's time for change. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! She doesn't seem too concerned, at least. Well, how about your prospective future daughter-in-law? Yeah, Walky's fiancé. They're getting married next month, correct? I suppose. She's been staying over lately. You don't look too happy about that, little plum. How'd you guess? Even I could tell that. Could you tell us more about her? Walky brought her home one day. He says he wants to tie the knot. I can see why. She's so pretty. Oh, she's pretty enough, but, you know. Nah, it's probably just me being suspicious. Stay in the business too long, you start to only see darkness in people. You get a nose for it. A nose for people. A nose for trouble. I wonder what the problem is. It's like a gangster's only version of female intuition. Maybe you can tell me a little bit more about the gun, perhaps? You never know. So this pistol belongs to the Kitaki family, is that correct? It's one of the pieces we keep around. That is, we used to keep around. They're all gone now. Oh. Police came yesterday and took everything. Everything but my broom. Don't you think you should have given them that too? You kidding? Can't clean up very well without a broom. Well, guess I might as well just tear this off. Oh, thanks for that. I owe you one. I thought you might like them back, so... Oh, no. Why don't you keep them as a souvenir? Oh, no, I couldn't really. Thanks for the offer, but I could use those in my Magic Panties act. I'll pull shivs and pieces of Godfather... Oh, and pieces in God... For a minute there, I thought she said pieces of Godfathers, and I'm like, woo! Great, now your props are going from bland to dangerous. How about this knife? You know about this knife? Can you tell me if this knife belongs to Walky? Oh, that's his knife, alright. Bought it for his birthday. Well, it's a pretty hardcore present. I remember him falling asleep with it clutched in his arms. Oh, I know the feeling. I'll bet he was just as happy as I was with my plastic spaghetti. Anything else that you want to talk about? Do you have anything to say about the accident? This is the mirror we found. From the hit and run, huh? It's funny how it all ties together like this. You chase after a hit and run and end up Walky's attorney. Of course, you'll find the real killer soon, won't you? Damn. I got off easy with her not bringing out the broom blade. Alright. How about Emma? Emma got anything for me? No, absolutely nothing. Well, maybe we can drop by on Phoenix. Maybe he's in now. Absolutely not. So I have talked about everything with everyone. Unless something new oh, maybe Walky's all done at the detention center. Hey. I was hoping to meet with my client. Walkie-talkie's just finished his questioning. I'll bring him out. Great, finally! Yo, sup, my little imposter? Ah, what did you call me? Dazam! Hey, it's you! Sorry, G, I thought you were Alita. My little imposter sure is a strange nickname. It's a Clink thing. You wouldn't understand. Did I say... Oh, wait, no. I have to remember the accents I give to people. Did I say imposter? I mean poster, like a poster girl, alright? If you're gonna drop part of that, why not drop poster and just call her girl. Cause she's so much more than that, G! She's like an angel. A fallen angel. A fallen angel? That is some foreshadowing. So, what can I do you for? You don't look so chipper today, walking. Worried about your, heart condition, maybe? That was the wackiest thing of all. All us G's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young and fizz away, biz away! A relief to hear. Yeah? Well, what's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bully you carry so close to your heart, if it's not attended to immediately, it could kill you. He says with the most neutral smile on his face. Man, I ain't trying to hear that. A man finds to protect what's valuable to him. You know what I'm saying? I miss my fallen angel. Hey, you go get a leader for me. You're my lawyer, ain't yous? Lawyer, not gopher. Well, you can tell me more about her. So, I hear you're to be married next month. Straight up. We poured the nuptial 40 out on the stoop. Alita! Oh, snapple cakes. She's so fine! I think he's smitten with her in his own way. I was wondering, how did you two meet? I asked Tiala, but she was, very vague. Huh? Well, man, if she wouldn't tell you, I best hold my tongue. You feel me? Huh? Man, what's past is past. She knows that. When I'm with Alita, I feel like there are things worth protecting out there. You feel me? And my Alita, she's down with that all the way. So both of them are mum about their past. Well, what about your future? Life in the family is a G thing. It's about being a man. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm not up on my G things. Not even sure what a G thing is. But my old man, he's got soft. He says the old rival gang days are over. He just wants to make money. Isn't that a good thing? Man, there ain't no soul in making money. Better live fast and die young, for shizzle. Wait till I run the yard, and everyone will know what time it is. That's right, OG time, all the time. Represent! Apollo, why does he keep on talking about old guys? I don't think that's what OG means, Trucy. Oh, you can tell me about your time at the Maractus Clinic. Do you think you could tell us what happened with you and Pal Maractus? There's something you should know. We Kitakis are having what you might call a feud with the Rivali's family. So about 6 months back, I go into Rivali's turf, packing a knife, right? And you were shot. Coldest thing I ever seen. One shot to the heart, but my homies weren't too late. It's a miracle that I lived. It's already considered one of the 7 wonders of the Kitaki family, you know that? So, you were taken to the Maractus Clinic then? You should have seen their faces when they wheeled me in. You can't just let the boss's son die, you know? I'd hate to have been in that doctor's shoes. Mr. Kitaki is scary enough when he's not angry. But the bullet that hit you, it was never removed? And it's still threatening his life. That doctor, he did it on purpose. The Rivali's paid him off, I'm sure of it. I need to hear more about the night of the murder, that much is clear. Well. Oh, this is the gun that you can't possibly shoot, huh? He belonged to the family. I snuck him out that night. So the killer, Mr. Stickler says he saw that night was I guess it was me. I was there after all. We're finished. Yo, Walkie! Do you think you can tell us exactly what happened that night? You don't beat around the bush, do you? I like your style, shorty. Oh, have we unlocked it? We have unlocked it! Let's go. So you did the research, apparently the Gavin brothers are in fact German. You'd imagine both of them have some type of German accent as a result. I guess so. Then I guess I'll give the German accent another try then. Actually, there's a question I've been wanting to ask you for a while now. That is, did you do it? Did you shoot him? I don't know. The day of that checkup, when I found out about the bullet by my heart, I borrowed a gun from the family stash. Figured I'd give that doctor a taste of his own bad medicine. No, don't like where this is going. But you were carrying a knife, weren't you? Oh, that? Yeah, well, never can be too careful, I say. So I'm on my way to the clinic, right? When I run into him in the park, and he's dragging this noodle stand behind him. Wait, you didn't put him up to that? Like, you know, in the movies, if you value your life, you'll bring the stand. Shawty, you're more whack than I am. That's saying something. But I was serious. The thing is, I don't remember what happened next all too well. You don't remember? But the way I see it, if there wasn't anyone else there that night, then I guess it probably was me who did him in. You know what I'm saying? Anything else I can present to you? Oh, did you know anything about the hit and run? You seem preoccupied. Not sure you even looked at my evidence. Alita, man. Alita! Anything you can talk about the map? Well, you have anything to say about the noodle stand itself? No, nothing. You have anything specific to say? Oh, okay. So the knife and the gun give the exact same testimony, so I guess we are moving on out. Moving on over. Talk to Phoenix now. We cannot. Phoenix is just napping away, ain't he? Maybe there's more going on at the Maractus Clinic. Well, you got to check out this clinic, that's for sure. Yeah, but what about the guard? No harm in asking. Excuse me? Hey, it's you two from yesterday. That's the same officer that was standing out by the park yesterday. Your business is over in the park, isn't it? Clinic's off limits. It's not involved. But what part of off limits do you not understand? Show me proof that the clinic is connected to the incident in the park, or beat it. No harm in asking, no gain either. No point sticking around here, I guess. Proof, huh? Can I present something? Or am I only going to be able to talk to Mr. Eldoon? Let's see. Mr. Eldoon is ready for his stand. Till that stand is back home, case not closed, you hear me? I'll avoid talking about a stand in the future. Because I can see it. I'm a stand user. Well, I guess then we'll go to the park, which I did not need to go there. Look at that crowd over by the park. Probably people trying to get a glimpse of the crime scene. But why are those girls screaming? I think I heard one say, "Oh my god, it's him!" Well, gee, I wonder who people are gonna go nuts over. It's Phoenix, isn't it? Phoenix is over there. Wait, that motorcycle. Ah! If it isn't their forehead. Ah. My German accent. Prosecutor Gavin. Some fans found me on my way out. Just my luck. Oh my god, he's so cool! And thus the screams. New album just came out, you know. Try waving to them. I love it. Oh, you're so cute. They're so excited. It doesn't matter who waves to them, see? This is surreal. So you were here investigating? And I was on my way home. Then my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad. Looks like such a nice bike too. What's clogging it up? We've seen one clogged up exhaust pipe, and it has led to a whole. And it's been a one domino. Hard to believe that it could break from just that. Ugh, it's my fault. I think I was using the wrong coil. Cars, motorcycles, they're all the same. Clogs the exhaust, and they won't run. Ugh, machines. Telling me you have my angst there, forehead. I ride a bicycle, actually. In any event, I'm off to the shop to get her fixed. The detective in charge of the scene is in front of me in any case. The detective? You mean the one in the lab coat? Ja! She's in a fab mood too. Be gentle. Auf Wiedersehen, babe! Oh my god, there he goes! Farewell. And the forecast for the park today, gloomy skies. I see what you did there, Apollo. Well, nothing to do but head on in. Let's hit the park, Apollo. Huh? Does something about this scene look different to you? The blue tarps are gone. Maybe that's it? Yeah, I think you're right. Look over there. The white frock detective from yesterday. She seems to be apologizing reverently to the trash can. She's under a lot of stress. The investigation's probably not going so well. Hey, you there. If you're going to talk about someone behind their back, do it more quietly, please. Oh, Detective Sky! Hello. You seem as gloomy as ever. This is miserable. I just got a new kit, and I can't get this stuff to work. Everyone's all smiles for that glimmerous fop. Glimmerous? Does she mean Prosecutor Gavin? More to the point, doesn't she mean glamorous? When he walks by, his shiny chains catch the sun and glimmer in my eyes. It's distracting! Speaking of distracting... guess I just have to accept the fact that I lack talent. Sounds like she's trying out some sort of new forensics technique. Detective Sky, you know Mr. Wright, correct? How do you know my daddy? I want details! Well... He helped me out a long time ago. You might say he saved me. Wasn't she saying something about getting involved in an incident? I can't stand it when things are vague, especially in a case. I want to study to become a forensic scientist in Europe. But you're a detective now? Well, I failed the test. But you know, rank and title don't matter. What matters is what's inside your heart. I've always thought that too. And my heart is full of science. That's why I bought this kit through mail order. And I'm going to test it here before the forensics team arrives. Are you sure that's okay? Well, tell me more about the Glimmer's fop. I won't lie. I'm not fond of the man. Those glamorous types always rub me the wrong way. Glamorous. Right. A prosecutor should be cool of wit and furrowed of brow. Less glimmerous and more simmerous, you know? So you're talking about Edgeworth? No, actually, I don't. Well, that, and what happened 7 years ago. Prosecutor Gavin was the one who stripped Mr. Wright of his attorney's badge. Nutty! He was the one? You mean you didn't know? I thought you were one of his boys. One of his G's. I'm neither a boy nor one of his, but let's see what she has to say. What exactly happened 7 years ago? I never actually heard the details. Then investigate. It's better you'll learn it for yourself anyway. Okay, getting off of that topic, tell me about your new kit. Speaking of kit, there's a lack of it in this chat room. Do you mind asking exactly what it is you've been doing? Squatting down on the ground like that. Ooh, you wanna know, do ya? Well, I splurged on a new toy. You splurged? You mean it wasn't police issue? What is it? I see a roller and glue. You trying to get into Splatoon? Were you playing Splatoon 3 on your Switch that was on the ground? There you are. Yes, lurking. Hey, all I know is that I said the word kit and I had to do it. I had to do it to him. This is a footprint analysis kit. Footprint? It was raining on the night of the murder, which means that footprints were left. Oh, does that have anything to do with those blue tarps? Right. The ground was muddy, so I had to protect it as it was that night. Ever wanted to know exactly where someone was standing? Like your panty-snatching student witness, for instance? Uh-huh. So with that kit... Right. What? Wanna try this stuff out? Nani? Are you sure? I mean, we're sort of on opposing teams and all. Oh, pshaw! You're friends! And to tell the truth, I'm not so good at doing this. I guess I'm a little clumsy. I could use your help. Ooh, I'm good at stuff like this. I used to make magic bunnies out of paper mache. Footprint analysis, huh? Well, should I give it a go? No, Apollo! I'll give it a go. That's the spirit. Right, allow me to explain. One moment. She's reading the instructions for her kit. Why does this not fill me with confidence? First, you have to pick the footprint, or in this case, shoe print we want to analyze. I've taken the liberty of marking all the shoe prints in the park. Well, which shoe print should we start with? If we're going to verify the defendant's account, here's the place to start. Shoe prints, prepare to be examined. Ooh, this is so exciting. Right, here goes. First, pour the plaster into the print until it's full. You try it. How am I supposed to do that? Just press space where you want to pour the plaster. Like this. Huh, that doesn't look too hard. if you run out of the plaster in your beaker before you're done, you have to start over. Let's see here. So I do this. I'm gonna Shazam! Pakoom! Whata! Not bad. You're handier with that than you look. What's that supposed to mean? On to the next step. Dry the plaster until it turns white. Right. Just press space to blast that dryer. There. Give it a shot. I guess there's no such thing as overdoing it. Looks like it's hardened nicely. Let's take a look. Yes, that's a good one. Next, the ink. Ready for the next step? Use the roller to ink and shoe the print part. The shoot print part. Hold that roller and now with space, roll it up and down. Keep going till you get enough ink on there for a good print. I guess. Right, now the moment you've all been waiting for, let's take our print. Ready? Here goes. Pop. Let's see if we get a match. So this is for the defendant. I wonder. Comparing. Match found! So, the shoe prints belong to Walkie Kitaki after all. He was in the park on the night of the crime. Wow, I can almost see the science at work. Don't you love it? Nothing feels better. Yeah, touch screen controls, exactly. He's definitely way more into this than I am. Let me know if you want to do some more. I'll be here, solving the case with science. Well, that certainly brightened her mood. Let's do a footprint analysis. Leave no footprint on. What I want is to know what's going on with this red lone print over here. All right, you're going to Shazam, Kapow, Hootenanny, Ballyhoo. One more. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of when I played Resident Evil Revelations. And if I had a nickel for every DS port that was brought over to PC that I played in this stream, I had 2 nickels, but it's real strange it happened twice. I know I left out the part about it being not a lot. Here goes! Well, that's a funny shoe print. Is that even a shoe? It is strange. So smooth. Except for the part with the leaf. I can see without even looking at this print doesn't match any print on our list. Huh, a mystery print. Well, guess we might as well look at the... Let's discuss the mystery print. This print is far too smooth to be from a regular shoe. It's a shoe print of some kind, though, that's certain. Still, you have to wonder what it's doing here. It's right next to the Eldoon's noodle stand. It does make one wonder... Hey, you. Yes? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? You wouldn't happen to have something in mind. Something might have left this mystery shoe print. The mystery shoe print does remind me of something. Pretty sure I've seen something that would leave a print like that. No, I think I have the culprit right here. Oh. It's the slipper. I definitely know it's the slipper. I guess I'll have to, yeah, this won't have anything to do with anything. Whenever she's a bad mood, she eats snackos. Hold on a second. Let's move out and swap around our stuff here. This is where we found the mirror. Come to think of it, wasn't there something else in here? Something near the bottom. Look at the paint on these. That means these must have ended up in here after Mr. Wright's accident. Maybe they're connected? Let's pick them up. Oh, so all of a sudden, yesterday it was, I can only hold one of things with my wimpy hands. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh hey, slippers. Yay! I'm holding both of them. Well, legit question. What even was the point of choosing between either of those? I guess maybe it's just a way for you to find... Yeah, okay, I get it now. It's a way for you to find the... It's where it ties into the story, because the rear view mirror was disposed of in there, and the slippers were disposed of in there, and then the reason why we were able to take only one or the other was to keep the slippers in mind for later on. So even though you pick up the slippers, For people who play tested this, they probably completely forgot about that waste bin after day one of the investigation, so... Not the most elegant way, but we take those. Anyways, look at these slippers. They say the Maractus Clinic. Hey! What? This slipper? Look like here. I think I see a toe mark. A toe mark? You think we can get a print off that? Sure. Toes have prints just like fingers do, you know. This little clue might be a gold mine. Oh, there's one problem. The police station doesn't keep a record of toe prints, so you won't know whose it is. I guess that would be too much to hope for. Still, it might be useful somehow. Let's analyze it. Now I can go in through here. I can show evidence, unless this just goes back to the conversation we had before. I think it's these slippers, actually. Slippers? What would slippers be doing out here? Look at the bottom. See? It's covered with paint, except for... See right here? Hey, that spot is shaped like a leaf. What if a leaf was stuck on the bottom and came off when the slipper stepped in paint? Makes sense, doesn't it? In fact, if you look at the very bottom right corner that's covered up by the text, right above where it says options, you can see the culprit leaf right there. Wait, something's written on them. The Maractus Clinic. Exactly, the victim's clinic. Wait, that means... that someone from the clinic was involved? Why is she just standing there eating? Detective Sky, I have a favor to ask. What? Can you get us access into the Maractus Clinic? The police won't let us in. They say the murder and the clinic are not connected, and it's off limits until we prove they are. I should be able to do something for you, yeah. Oh, really? Well, you did my work for me here with the shoe prints. Seems like I should return the favor. Thank you, Detective Sky. Here, show this to a police officer on duty. Allow clinic access to this magician and attorney in Prosecutor Gavin's name. Oh boy. She's really sticking it to that fop. Right. We're at this clinic. Here comes justice. Detective Sky, mind if we give it another shot? Well, might as well get all of the prints. You know what was amusing to me? I keep on thinking about that moment when Kristoff, he was showing his displeasure at Apollo turning on him, and he says, "Et tu, Justice?" But that could have a double meaning. That the justice system was also turning on him. I'm guessing that this is going to belong to Mr. Panty Snatcher, Stickler, Wesley Stickler. Ha! Got yourself a lightning bolt. Let's view the footprints. Yep, that looks like it. Comparing! I have comparing! My god, it's a match! These shoe prints belong to Wesley Stickler. This confirms his testimony. The final version of it, at least. Now we know where the Panty Snatcher was standing. And I guess that's it for all the shoe prints. Yep. Alright. Let's go to the Maractus Clinic. Via Mr. Eldoon's house. Ah, you two again. When, oh, when will you learn? Look at me however you want. You're not getting in today. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Look at what we have. Matai! That's take that, or at least the equivalent of it in Japanese. I remember playing the first Phoenix Wright game, and people said that the original, that it recognizes when you say hold it and objection and take that. Because remember, the DS had a microphone. You can actually enable the microphone and say objection into the microphone, and it would work. The funny thing is, it also recognizes the Japanese words. So I would turn on my microphone and I would say "Igiyari," and it would actually accept it as an objection. Also, I would shout "Ho!" and it would give me a good hold it as well. What's this? Detective Sky? Yesterday was Prosecutor Gavin. Today it's Detective Sky. Who are you two? Really? Now he's suspicious again. Well, you got the orders. Gotta let you in. Have fun. Thanks, Mr. Officer. Let's hit it, Apollo. Alright, into the clinic we go. Please give. You see the little bear and the message above it. Please give. Give a little heart, Graham. No, give us your heart, or at least give us your blood. Huh? Kind of an at-home sort of place, isn't it? This place has a connection to the murder in the park. I'm sure of it. The police guy out front wasn't so sure. Beyond it being where the victim lived, looks like the police team's gone home for the day. There might be some clues lying around. Let's get cracking, Apollo. Alrighty, we are examining. That's a lot of bowls. Look at all these bowls. They're from Eldoon's Noodles. There's Mr. Salty. Then I think we figured something out. I think we have. Mr. Eldoon must do takeout. Boom. Not exactly what I was thinking. All the bowls have been washed clean. I think we found our first clue, Trucy. Look, this door says doctor's office. Think this is the victim's private office? It's not locked. Too bad. Why too bad? I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Like those little bike locks? Don't even bother putting them on when I'm around. That's probably not a hobby you want to tell too many people about. Apollo, that sound. It came from behind this door. Someone's in there. Let's check it out, Trucy. A break-in? They left through that window. Wait, Apollo. Oh, you're too late to catch them now. That must be our experience as a panty snatcher chaser talking. Well, we should tell the police. Let's check their room out first, Apollo. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance. You're right. She's better at this than I am. Well, one thing's for certain. The clinic and our murder case are looking real pretty related by now. Alright, let's take a look at this safe. What a cute little safe. Looks like a 4-digit lock. Someone's already entered in 2 numbers, Apollo. 7, 9. Wait, do you think that burglar just now was trying to open it? I wonder what's inside this safe. Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 numbers? I only know the first 2 are 7 and 9. Maybe there's something in the court record? Something that can help us figure out the last 2 numbers? I wonder. I've got just the thing! All we have to know is what buttons have been pressed. We can use this to find out what the next 2 numbers are. Fingerprint powder, baby! When you press the buttons, you'd have to touch them with your finger, right? It would leave a print. When you open a safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? So if we can find the buttons with fingerprints, we'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo. Alright, let's see. Dust for prints. And blow! Look! You can see the oily finger residues clearly. Look at 7 and 9. These are glove marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves. Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open this safe. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so maybe it's 2 and 5. Nope. It's 5, 2. So that's 7, 9, 5, 2. Hey, let's go. It opened. A bullet hole? This looks like a bullet hole. You can still see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of a safe? Hey, the bullet came out! The tip is all squished. Not surprising, given that it was fired into a metal safe. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. I can't examine the mannequin echo. This looks like a medical chart. There's an X-ray in here with it. An X-ray? Can't make heads or tails of it. And I can't read the chart either. And it's all in medical speak. But the names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient it says walkie-talkie. So this is Walkie, our client's chart, huh? Why would this one chart be here in a safe? The physician's signature says Palmaractus. What is it, Apollo? Look here where it says who filed the chart. Let's see. Nurse Alida Tiala. Everybody's a suspect. Alida Tiala is Walkie's fiancée. That's one Ita too many, Apollo. I wish I paid closer attention to what Apollo said, then I could have made it funny. Never mind that. What's her name doing here? How should I know? Though, I guess it means she's on staff at this clinic? I thought she neglected to mention this before now. I'm sure she had her reasons. So, Alita Tiala worked at the Maractus Clinic, and she had access to Wakikitaki's medical chart. Apollo called her Alita Tialita. I see. Even reading it's wrong, I still said it right, because I remember people's names. I'm sure there's plenty of evidence in that in the past 2 years, 3 years. She had access to Wakikitaki's medical chart. You got the I and Y wrong up, Apollo. I'd be interested to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? You need something having to do with doctors? You go to Dr. Eldone. Alright, anything else for me to look at in here? Nope, I guess it was just that and that. Yep. But you don't want to look at the Maneki Neko. It's so Maneki-y. Books and papers are scattered around the room. Wow, what a mess. This is worse than Daddy's room. The burglar must have left in a hurry. Even the cup of the desk here is lying on its side. Eh? The juice that spilled out of the cup. It's dry. So the messy one wasn't our burglar just now. Someone knocked this cup over a while ago and left it. About this partially obscured clock. This potted plant has seen better days. That doesn't make sense either. What doesn't? Normally, burglars are looking for valuables, right? That's true. That's what I would do if I were a burglar. So I look under a potted plant. Maybe they're looking for the key to the safe? I've heard of people putting their house keys under a plants, but the key to a safe? And maybe the burglar was looking for the house keys. This is getting nowhere fast. What about this lamp? Kind of expensive looking lamp, isn't it? Hey, the bulb's broken. Broken? Don't you mean burnt out? No, our cat burglar must have dropped it. But why is it standing up on the floor like that then? Hey, look at the cord. Huh? There's a red splotch on part of the cord. You think that's blood? It's a little bright for blood. Almost pinkish. Something's definitely odd about this lamp, that's for sure. I love it. Whoa, what are those? Well, it's covered with beakers. Something's moving inside that one. You look, Apollo. Hey, you look yourself. You can't, oh. It's, goldfish. Wow, they're all fish. So many kinds. Whoever designed this had a sick sense of humor. The window is ajar. No, it's a window. That must be how our burglar escaped. I wonder who it was. Maybe it was just a burglar who happened to pick here. Yeah, but there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least. I'd give it a month myself. Whoever broke in obviously needed to break in today. I am going to look at the court record and look at this pink splotch on the lamp. Okay, I need to zoom in on it, I guess. Or maybe I need to rotate it around. Nope. This cord runs to the lamp. It has a red stain on it. Well, that looks like lipstick to me. Gotta wonder what left that stain. Wait, I know. Maybe it was left there by a red marker. Like they were trying to write their name and slipped. Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord? I used it to write my name on my magic ropes. And there's a burnt out bulb, or a broken bulb. The bulb is broken and won't turn on. Oh, has it broken? Don't touch that, you'll cut yourself. Yeah, fool me once, shame on me. My finger! You're bleeding! Let me see that. Wait. Magic blood! Haha, gotcha! Please don't do that again. I have enough to worry about with my co-workers injuring themselves on the evidence. So, that's fascinating. So we've got lipstick marks and a broken light bulb. And I think that's it for this room. I don't think anything else was lookable. Yeah, I guess we're moving on out. Alright, what else are we examining? These shoes left. There's a single pair of sandals here. Wait, but why would there be sandals here? Unless they belong to one of the patients. Or maybe it's a visitor that's come to see Dr. Maractus. You'd think they'd use his house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. And if this patient or visitor isn't still here, why'd they leave without their shoes? Let's take a closer look at these just in case. Alright. Up! We've got toesies. Hey, Apollo, you think this is... Huh, could be a toe print. Maybe we can get a print off this. Let's try it out. I have to say, that one corner was being stubborn. It worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe? Wait, I mean, it's great that we got the print. Was there such a thing as a list of toe prints? Good point. If there is, Detective Sky didn't give us to us. Which means we can't match this print. This seems like a good time to ask a detective's advice. Yeah, good idea. Alright, that might be... What do you have to say about the please give blood? The clinic's reception desk. No one's here, of course. Small sign on the counter. Please pay your bill. Remember, we're the ones holding the scalpel. Brutal, but effective. And we know how to use it. Oh, wait. There's a missing pair of sandals. Or slippers. Sandals, slippers. These must be the slippers for the patients of the clinic. The same as the pair we found, of course. Look, a single pair is missing from the rack here too. And ours have paint on the bottoms. Which means they were taken out of here on the night of the murder. Right. The patients from the hit and run, after all. Oh, the paints from the hit and run. But what were a pair of clinic slippers doing in that trash can? And what were they doing at the scene of the hit and run? Plate on this door reads doctor's office. That was pretty intense, wasn't it? If we'd gone in there 1 second earlier, we might have met the burglar. But Apollo, what would we have said if we did see them? We can't exactly shout out, "Hey, who are you?" It does lack a certain punch. Let's think of something cool to say for the next time we do meet a burglar. Because that's a perfectly normal thing to look forward to. Alright. We're going to Eldoon's house, and Mr. Eldoon isn't even here! I wanted to have him look at the chart. Okay. Then I guess we are hamstrung into going straight to Emma. I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how'd you know? You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science! Actually, I was analyzing face prints. Let's ask Detective Sky to help us, Apollo. Oh. Wait. Present. This pair of... not this. This pair of sandals. These sandals. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is? Nutty! All you need is a sample of the same toe print, off another shoe, for instance. Oh, right. So if the prints matched, you'd know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? I think I might, actually. Beginning to suspect something here. Detective Sky, can you compare this sample with this other print? The slippers! Excuse me? What do you mean? We literally found a toe print in these slippers. Did we not? Like, cause... Look, they're right here. You can analyze it like a regular print. This would be a vital piece of evidence. Okay. So we needed to do the dusting before we identified it. Good old adventure games, and would you look at that? It's the exact same print. Gotta love when the game pulls its adventure game shenanigans on you and acts all smug at you for it. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe. Feel like the case is solved already. You have to match the print, right? Let's match it! Detective didn't give us a list of toe prints, Apollo. Good point. Maybe we should ask her. Guess some expert advice. I guess so. I'm not sure really qualifies as an expert. Oh, don't you know? Emma Sky loves toes. Let me see here. I can talk to her. So I'm guessing I could probably do this. Ah, the slippers. It's quite a clear print on there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. There's a way of finding out, of course. There is. So it's the same shenanigans that we got here. Gotta love when we knock the socks off of Emma Sky, and then we actually prove that we actually knocked the smugness off her face. This pair of sandals, toe print and all. Ooh, the print on these is nice and clear too. That makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course. Hang on. Bingo! Gosh, I'm good. Hey, we were the one who found the prints. A perfect match. The same person wore these sandals and these slippers. I was afraid of that. So what they did, they came in wearing the sandals, and then they took off the sandals and put on the slippers. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or, do you already know? I can't say. Not yet. Well, that's one big step closer to the truth! I guess that's all there is for Emma right now. Now we can go to Mr. L. Dune. No, we can't! Or what? Or was there more to talk about with Emma? No? Well, what do you have to say about these after the fact? The same person was wearing them. Maybe Walkie's chart? I was wondering about this. Trucy, wait! What? That's vital evidence there. You can't show her that. That's her secret weapon in tomorrow's trial for sure. Clever, Apollo. What did I tell you before? We're going to talk behind someone's back, do it quietly. Well, how about this bullet? The police don't know about it yet. They can use this in the trial tomorrow. Okay, what else? She probably doesn't have anything to say. Ask it scientifically. How about, well, you take a look at this lamp? Huh, the bulb was broken. Right, strange, isn't it? Really? I break bulbs all the time. My desk is a mess and my lamp is always falling over. Not too bright, huh? I still think it's kind of odd. Does she say the exact same thing? Yep. Is there anything left to ask him about? Oh well. Actually, I want to examine this leaf. The tarps that were here yesterday are gone. Why would Detective Sky pulled them out? Yeah, the only thing they were covering is the ground. Oh, you know, I think I see something over there. A print! Yes, that's, Or Mr. Eldoon, this stand's been standing here since this whole thing started. Almost looks at home here in the park now. I think it should be made into a playhouse for children. I think its owner would disagree. Anything else in this trash can? Now he knows Mr. Stickler who had the bloomers over here. What a web of lies. You brandished those bloomers on high and shouted, "Objection!" Here's what I want you to do, Trucy. Take that memory, gently lock it away deep in your heart, and never speak of it. Well, guess I'll just examine everything here. And I can put in place of the body. I think I've seen him by the police station. Way he's forced to look at the ground now, day in and day out. It's kind of sad. The knife is sticking straight into the ground. Remember Wesley Stickler said in the trial today? Walkie was very likely pointing this at the victim. Like he wanted to kill him. Yeah, that's the problem. Benches line the river running through the park. Ah, a little urban oasis. I bet children come here to splash around in the water. That river's a little deep for splashing, and a little dirty. Well, they could listen to the water and pretend they were playing. Anything else that the game wants to show me here before I move it on over? Nope. Anything else I can examine that might be tangentially related? What do you have to say about my attorney's badge? Will that remind you of Phoenix? Nope. Just boilerplate text. Do you have anything to say about... Yep. Nothing to say about the hit and run? How about this phone? You have anything to say about that? Nope. What about the panties? Nope. You have anything to say about the autopsy report? Nope. And these are both hidden clues. How about the pistol? Monkey's checkup report. So, I did have dialogue with Emma about this, but it looks like there's nothing new for me to discover here. Alright. Then we are just going to start looking around at things. Maybe Phoenix is in? Oh, yes, might be. Ah, the prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. I heard you do well in the trial today. Here to discuss something? I could use a little diversion. What did Detective Sky say? If you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wright, tell me what happened 7 years ago. Please. I want to know. I need to know. You certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point. 7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news, I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes. He was only 17 years old at the time. 17 years old? That's still high school. He took the bar exam abroad, in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know. I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. In my shame, I left the practice forever. Oh yes, forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they say on the news about forged evidence? They say you forged evidence that had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Explain! Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forging attorney himself? How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. But what about what happened in my first trial? Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. I'm talking about evidence that should have existed. A naughty magician's trick. I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence. Maybe I didn't. But it doesn't really matter now, does it? But I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright. Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery. For now. Do you have anything to talk about with your hit and run? Ah, so that's what led you to the guilty party. Yes, thanks to you ripping the mirror off the car, I was able to deduce the... You make a good point, Apollo. In fact, it could be said I'm to thank for finding the criminal. Ha 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 ha! Think what you want, Mr. Wright. Knock yourself out. No. Anything else that you might know about? It's refreshing to be so thoroughly ignored for a change. Okay, guess there isn't really anything else to talk about. Is Mr. Eldoon in now? Nope, guess not. Anything new going on in the garage? Nothing new going on in the garage. I can't imagine there's anything new going on in the clinic. Or the office. Yep. A lot of going in between places. Anything new at the detention center? Yeah, are they just gonna tell us that Walkie's out? Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back, and Daddy's... Oh. You again. You always have to announce your entrances like that. Man, my old man, Man. Now I'm on a funk, it's his fault. One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson, and failed, clearly. You two got your work cut out for you, straight up. Of course, I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Some days I wonder why I do what I do. Hey man, you won't see me bugging about 1 or 2 guilty charges. But what if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience. You feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they? You didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If I learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. Man, my old man is whack. Disappointing, that's what he is. I heard he wants to leave the mob. Over my dead body! I spend my life trying to keep it real, being an OG and never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. The day I get out of the clink, that's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kentucky family. Please don't talk as though you're going to be jailed. For my sake. You have anything to say about the lipstick marks on this lamp? So far off the hook, it's off the chain, Gene. Wonder how my Alita's doing. Man, I miss him. Do you recognize these sandals? You don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. For Ms. Tiala. Yeah, a birthday present. She's got mad little feet. Mad! So cute, man. So these sandals are hers? Yeah, I kinda had a feeling. What's up with the funky vibes? Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see if Emma Skye has anything to say about this. Oh, really? Okay, so I guess that's, the next step is not for Emma. Uh-oh. Wonder if Lita's gonna visit us. Nope. Not that. Maybe Mr. Eldoon is in now? No? Anything new to say about the schlippers? Nope, nothing new to say. Anything new going on at the office? Nothing new going on at the office. I know that we need to get Mr. Eldoon to read that chart. Anything new going on at the garage? Nothing new going on at the garage. The chart Mr. Eldoon used to cover his noodle stand. Rob his purpose, it blows in the wind. Alone. Listen to you, Apollo, waxing poetic just like Kristoff. You are his apprentice, after all. Alright, Tracy, you got anything new? The case! Everything that Panty Snatcher said was true. It doesn't put Walkie in a very good position, does it? He was at the scene of a crime, that's pretty clear. Gotta be a different angle on this. Let's get investigating. No time like the present. So, any leads? One moment. Shazam! Alakazam! Whoa, evidence keeps flying out of nowhere. Ta-da! That's all. Neat, huh? Yeah, real neat. So, am I supposed to take fingerprints of the cell phone? I did not mean to present it. Is there some... Or is there absolutely no correlation to the evidence that Trucy brings up? It's just random pieces of evidence? I'm guessing she just brings up random pieces of evidence. Unless... I may be able to examine this. Fingerprint powder. You've already used the fingerprint powder. So... Guessing we have nothing else to... Phoenix is just gone! Gone with the right. And I guess I'm all done with this. I had no intention of looking through this trash can. Don't hold back on my account. Whatever you think about me in trash cans, you're wrong. You, son. Off limits to the public. He's yawning. You snapped his mouth shut. Too late, officer. I saw you. Brought to you by organized crime. Oh. He wants to write "we kill" to left side, as in "we kill people" Park. Man, Apollo is really judgmental of the mob. Is he really in a position for that? Alright, anything new to find with the khakis? Me and Hope haven't been on speaking terms for a long time. Sheesh, my guy. Yeah, lighten up. We should change our name to WAH! The WAH stands for Waluigi Agency. Alright, nothing else to do here, and I've already looked at everything in the park. But Emma's still here, so maybe there's still more to talk about or present to her. Yeah, my attorney's badge. Alright, time for face rubbing mode. Fingerprint analysis is the very basis of modern forensic science. Guess you could put it that way. You two know to dust for prints on your own now. Make sure to examine anything you find that might have prints on it. Doing that Waluigi voice messed me up some good. And those are just all the same thing. Yeah, and we can't show anything that we found in the safe. So there's something odd about the lamp that, Trucy wants to investigate. But I don't know what else there is to investigate. I've already looked at the broken bulb. Yeah, we look at it like that. Nothing else about this. Examine, zoom in, zoom out, reset camera, options. I have options. Those options. Alright, there's nothing to look at for the lamp. I've already damn well examined everything in this park. Oh boy. Well, guess I'll just smack every bit of evidence on Trucy, see if there's anything new to figure out there. Like, for instance, maybe she wants to talk about the slippers. Nope. The sandals? Nope. The lamp? Well, you're the one who keeps on thinking that the lamp is odd. And I already did the slippers, so I don't know why I did it again. Look at all of this evidence! Why is it always there's one part where I get completely locked up? Did you present the evidence to walking? You know, that is a good point. I have not done all of it. I keep forgetting that this place is even here. Alright. So these are the slippers. And these are the sandals. And I wanted to show you this lamp already. Oh. The freaking chart. Okay. Eh. What's that? Some kind of x-ray? Wait. That's right, Walkie. It's yours. Hey, look. I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, alright? I don't think he gets it, Apollo. Take a closer look. Here in particular, where it says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiala. You lawyers do your homework. So you met Ms. Tiala when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic, so... Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine, fine, I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. Alrighty. Everything... Plain sight, the best way to hide from me. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die for sure, but they came and got me, hauled me off to the docks. The Maractus Clinic. That's where I met her, my fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiala? She was scared of me at first, it turns out. But you know what they say, the bad guy always gets the ladies. Right. She was done with that clinic anyhow. So I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said? What did she say? Come on, give us some thought. She said it real quiet like, on the down low, know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you marry me. So, that was the proposal? You know it, an oath of love, right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done, and we were out of there. See you later, bye! About that op. Yeah, didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me. This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said? Yeah. Can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G? You know what I'm saying? But didn't you learn about the bullet at that checkup? Yeah. That's when I knew that doctor had to pay. I figured I could get that cat pulled after I got my revenge. And hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I? Incidentally, have you ever had a health checkup before? Nah, my old man suddenly gets this idea we all gotta get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean. Now can I present the slippers? Nope. Nope, maybe now I'm all done with them. Nah, nothing to talk about the noodles. Alright. Now let's see if anything is new. Finally! Mr. O'Doon, we've been looking all over for you. What's the matter, Trucy doll? Apollo, show him what we found. And like expert advice, he is a doctor still. Mr. O'Doon, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. Oh, I thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. O'Doon. Look at this. Mr. O'Doon, could you take a look at this? Huh? A medical shot? Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics. Why the sudden silence, Mr. O'Doon? What's going on here? That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client. He's on trial on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD. ABD? Oh, but Ted, he's knocking on the pearly case and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Oh my goodness! He went full on. He went from noodle to doctor right there. That's the biggest twist of this one. That blonde hair of his was all a wig. Then again, do you think that's a wig or do you think those are actual noodles? Question now is, will we get to the courtroom before on reset time? Or is the stream running late again? Nah. Once we finish the investigation, that's it for the night. Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. His voice changed also. You listen up good now, son. No way. It's like he's a completely different person. Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie feller's not doing so well. He's got a bullet right upside his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see that bullet stuck in there. why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I can think of, it was too tricky to operate on. What? That bullet's snug as a bug. There next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. That scrap of metal's just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doc would be eager to fiddle with. You mean... It took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician. I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet. Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I give him another half a year, tops. But Walkie's operation was already half a year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time. The kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table. Great. Just great. How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there? I got a pretty good idea how he felt. An emergency operation. He's got the kid's chest open on the table. Then he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy doll. Cold despair. Despair? About the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. It wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out. The Kitakis? You bet. The kid's their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation, and Walkie's back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold. How awful. And which doctor would they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth of what happened. That's just horrible. He left Walkie to die. There's a darkness in this world, Trucy doll. Waiting, hungry. Compared to it, these gangs' turf wars are like kid games. When you're up against real evil, well, don't matter if you're weak or strong, it'll take you all the same. You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldoom? You could operate on Walkie, couldn't you? I wish. What? I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world. So Walkie, he's real lucky to be alive, even now. No. And there's one problem. Apollo? This chart, look at the nurse section. Oh, no. Look at the nurse section. Alita Tiala. That's right. This operation was how they met. Yeah, the problem is, she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition. Guaranteed. Why didn't she ever tell him? It doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged. You'd think. What was she thinking? Apollo? What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? To be continued. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no intention of going over, and I think that we're going to have ourselves a nice grace period to think about what we just learned. So I'm not going to just let everyone have just a half hour of trial, and I'm not going to go over because the trial is going to be a long time, And even though I can stay up for a long time, it's generally not good for your health. And I want to be a good role model for the kiddos. Unless I'm playing Super Mario RPG, then I can do a 9-hour endurance stream. But on the regular, I want to tell you all to get a good night's sleep, 8 hours. You're very welcome to the stream, and thank you for letting me know it was a great time as always. And of course, thank you for joining me on this leg of the journey. Solaris, James, Moderator Catone, Lawrence over there, and of course, Flair the Red Fox. Don't be like Moderator Catone, who goes to bed at 4 a.m. regularly. Straight from the mouth of babes. Anyway, thank you as well if you're watching this half-lane stream as a VOD, so you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, join the Discord. It's in the description. It lets you know when the next stream comes up. And next time, we'll be going straight on to trial with all the information that we know. And what's going to happen? Is Walkie Kitaki going to get convicted? Is he... No AQ? No. I mean, AQ is always... I'm always thankful for AQ's contributions and regularity, but I just read straight off from the chat. But thank you, AQ. So, is Walkie Kitaki even gonna live to see tomorrow? We'll have to figure it out next time. Until then, game out.